Today I'm working on a 2001 Ford Windstar, the 3.8 liter. It just had spark plugs and wires put in it, and they cleared the codes. As you can see, got the 1000, what happens when all the monitors aren't set, and I have a 156 heated oxygen sensor, bank 2 circuit fault, and a 303. The cylinder 3 misfire. That came back pretty quick. That's why they did the tune-up, but it's still misfiring, so gonna see what's going on. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the functional tests. I'm gonna check cylinder contribution. Turn the key on. Got data. I'm going to start the vehicle and we'll see what we have. After starting the car, it definitely has a misfire. I can hear it, I can feel it. Misfire count shown on cylinder number 3. Nothing on 6, nothing on 1. So that's the cylinder I'm going to chase. Because I don't know if it's fuel or spark related yet, I found that there's a power feed that feeds all the injectors, and then it actually goes over and it feeds the coils also. So what I did is I found a harness in the back. The Windstar, so it's hard to do anything. But I put a low current amp probe with a harness underneath the wiper and cowl assembly, and I found the red wire that feeds the injectors. And I'm on the low current 20 amp scale, and what you're looking at here is pretty much all the injectors firing. And you can see, well, there's probably 6 or 7 showing, so they're all firing, but I still have a misfire, so I'm going to head towards the spark side. You have to be a little bit careful with this one because the engine computer may shut down the injector during a heavier misfire event to save the converter. So what I did is I'm graphing off of an older Vantage, the regular Vantage, and you can see here's my injector control of cylinder number 3. Try to get this to where we can see it. I want to show you under certain misfire events, if I can come out the whole way here. There, right there. Oh, I saw it for a second. When it's misfiring real bad, it's actually, let's see. See if I can get it to misfire. Right there, you see it's cut knot, and I am flatlined there, and it came back. Try to get it to misfire again over here. Okay, I'm showing a missing hump, which is cylinder number 3. If I can get that to happen long enough. There you go, it's missing, and that's flatlined. But it is, there, it came back. But if you see the scale, I'm on a 50 volt scale, and the big line by the -1 is 0. The main line is around the system voltage 12-13 volt range, and when it does quit, injector is not opening up. It's actually, the control is being lost. There it goes. The computer's not controlling it. My guess is it's due to the actual misfire event. So again, I'm going to head towards the spark first. One of the other reasons I'm not going to mess with the fuel injector cutting out first and go to the spark area is on the scan data I can actually see if the computer thinks there is a fault in the injector. Remember, number 3 was shutting down, but if I go to, just say here's number 6, it's easy to get to. Number 3 is of course in the back, hard to get to. If I unplug number 6 and create the misfire in number 6, you can see that it picks number 6 as an injector fault. Just leads towards me staying on the course I'm on. Plug it back in, goes in. Now on the Vantage, I have the option of doing secondary ignition. I'm going to go to the ignition scope, go to single cylinder ignition. Here's the snap-on secondary ignition clamp. Good for anything with a spark plug wire. You can just do single cylinder ignition and check out your form. What I've done is hooked up the amp probe to the cylinder number 3 wire. And as you can see on the 15 kilovolt scale, I'm at maybe 1500 volts. That's way too low for secondary ignition. This one didn't make a sound when the plug wire was taken off. I'll show you a good one. Here's a good one. Went to a different wire that was firing, and you can see I'm pushing past 12 kV, so 12,000 volts, even higher. This is one that's firing correctly, so I'm going to replace the coil and I believe my misfire will be gone. The best way to get to these is just bite the bullet, pull the wiper arms off, pull the cowl off, and the under bracket, whatever you want to call it, where the wiper, transmission, and motor are, and then you'll have easy access to the coil. It's really not as bad as it looks. Maybe about 10 minutes, and then with the cowl and the wiper motor out of the way, just pull the drain snorkel or tube out of the way, and there's the coil pack. What I usually do is take the front row of wires off of the coil pack, put it on the new one, and you can get to the bolts easier without the wires in your way. Unbolt that one, swap them over, and then put the last 3 wires on in sequence. That way you don't have to chase anything and create your own problem. Here's a better view of where I was grabbing the secondary ignition pattern on the number 3 coil wire, and where I found the bulk plug for the injector harness. In the red wire I have my low current amp probe on. With the new coil pack installed, I have my secondary amp probe on the number 3 wire. You can see I have 9 to 12K. See a quick snap of all the injectors firing, none missing. No more misfire on number 3. We can call this one fixed. Thanks.